Welcome, viewers, to the Broward County Bar Association's Meet Our Sponsors. In this episode, we will be speaking with Christina McKinnon, Managing Partner of McKinnon Legal. Welcome, Christina.
Oh, thank you for having me, Braulio.
Wonderful. It's our pleasure. So let's get right to it. Can you tell us a little bit about your firm and exactly what you do?
Well, my firm has been around for almost 17 years now, 17 and a half now, and we are a marital and family law firm. To a lesser extent, we do personal injury when it comes to vehicle negligence, negligent security, and other personal injury matters. For the most part, it is high-end, high-asset, equitable distribution cases. At first, we were really embroiled into a lot of high conflict custody disputes. Not so much anymore, but we really like the cases where we can really help people keep as much money as they can in their pockets. During these trying times, people are more acutely aware of the problems that are going on in their marriage, and they just want to be able to transition from being married to being single a little easier, and they can do that if they're keeping more assets in their pockets or doing something that is fair and equitable. So, the bulk of my practice, about 80% of my practice is marital and family. The other 20% is the personal injury side.
Excellent, excellent. So segueing to a little personal more, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and maybe how that helps you in your practice?
Well, I'm a native South Floridian, born and raised in Miami, graduated from Coral Gables Senior High, went to Florida State, and finished up law school at Nova Southeastern University. The youngest of 5 children, and they say the youngest is always the most gifted, right? I have the benefit of gleaning from all of my older siblings, and I firmly believe that I was placed here to make a difference and give of myself and my talents and my intellect to make those around me better. The firm that we run now, we're 5 people strong and growing. I think what sets my firm apart is that, we give very personal service to our clients and really make them feel like they're a part of our family. So it's not just me and an assistant. We have other people that can assist in the situation and make sure that the attention to detail is top notch.
So personal touch is very important to you, which kind of leads me to tell us about any kind of unique cases or something notable, maybe perhaps where you use some of those skills and what those final results were in helping your client.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the most notable case I had was it sort of delved into different divisions. There was a domestic violence portion, there was a family portion, and then there was a dependency portion. And we helped a young father who was wrongly accused, of course, but was accused of something just horrific with his daughter, and we helped him get his daughter back. Not only in the dependency case, but there was a domestic violence action that had to be overcome as well. So just a little bit of history. She had absconded across the pond and went to the UK with the child. There was a Hague proceeding to bring the child back to the States. Once they got back to the States, all the allegations started. The allegations were pretty illicit in nature. I'm not going to go into the details, but you can imagine a dependency case was opened, and there was a proceeding to terminate his parental rights. So 2.5 years later, he got that thrown out, ultimately dismissed, has the right to enforce the final judgment of dissolution of marriage and be an equal time-sharing parent, but there's still this other trial in domestic violence court that still has to be tried because, there's an injunction, on behalf of the child against the father. So, I think that's the most interesting case I've ever had, just really melding all 3 jurisdictions involved for the long haul until we got the client the relief that they deserved. And reuniting, a father with a child.
Wow, that is quite a mess of Oh my goodness. Well, someone someone skilled with those skills to be able to help someone get through that. I'm sure you've received countless awards and recognition as an attorney. Can you tell us about maybe some of those awards that you've received that you're proud of?
Sure, certainly. Most recently, we got the Law Firm 500 Award as being one of the top or of the fastest growing law firms in the country. We ranked number 70. And certainly, we're not the largest firm, but we grew exponentially at a very fast rate from 2018 to 2020. So, just over a 2 year period, we not only increased our revenues, but we increased the caseload that we had, and we're pretty effective at doing so. In 2017, Attorney at Law magazine honored Christina McKinnon, actually McKinnon Legal, the firm. I want to give this to my team, as the South Florida superstars in the Tri-County area. And we have gotten outstanding lawyer awards from the various bar associations. And I was honored as a woman who makes a difference by the Junior League of Miami. And I don't know if anybody knows about the Junior League. They're purely a service organization. It's not a bar association. It has members across the industry, various industries, and across various economic strata. But it's all about persons that give back to others, and that's certainly at the heart of everything I do, personally and professionally.
Well, that last part actually leads into something I was going to ask. You were talking about the Junior League. Can you tell us about community involvement, Junior League, or other things also? Your passion, volunteering, that sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. When I started my practice back in 2004, I had this goal and I held to it. Not so much now. We probably take maybe one case a year that's pro bono, but I had a goal of setting aside 5% of my caseload to pro bono cases, just to ensure that people had access to the courts that wouldn't otherwise be able to afford it. So that is just a part of what I have woven into the framework of McKinnon Legal. But I started volunteering with at that time it was called the Community Partnership for the Homeless in Miami. Now I think it's called Chapman Partnership. And I started a literacy program for the children that were there. So, you have these children whose families have fallen on hard times, and, it's not their fault, but, they're 5, 6, 7, 8 year olds, and they're living in a shelter. And they're not thinking about doing their homework. They're not thinking about, memorizing their sight words or, learning how sentence structure or anything. And I started this program with the Children's Psychiatric Center and was honored through them as well for that service. And, just giving back to the community in that way propelled me to do other things. There's some girls groups that I got involved with and became a part of. Girl Power and Urgent Inc. Had at-risk youth, all girls of course, but who weren't exposed to certain professionals, particularly lawyers. But it really warmed my heart to be able to go there and have them realize that they can be lawyers as well. One little girl, I told you this before, Braulio, said to me, what are you, a minister or, a pastor or something? And I was like, well, why would she ask me this question? Like, I'm not over here praying. I hope I don't look like I'm holier than thou, because I'm not. But it dawned on me that the only time she saw someone dressed up in a suit was on Sunday when she went to church. So, it became incumbent upon me to really, get out there and let them know they're bright, they're gifted, but they just don't have the exposure, the level of exposure that they need in terms of choosing this path. And, that's very important to me, and that's certainly close to my heart.
So earlier you had alluded to what sets your firm apart is that personal touch. And I've also gathered from our conversation your passion and caring about people and trying to help. So you want to elaborate on any other points on that, or just kind of beef that up a little bit and tell us a little bit about really how you combine those to really set your firm apart.
You know what? I always say, and I say this to my team more so than, putting it out there in the universe, but, we want to give that white glove service, So, think of you going to fly first class or staying at a five-star hotel or what have you. That's the level of service that we, want our clients to feel, no matter, if they're one of our pro bono clients or if they're our high-end client with, high net worth. We want to make sure that they feel that there's an attention to detail. So I think that's what sets us apart. Really, we're not in it for the money. I think if you're good at something, the money will come. That is, pretty much how anything works. But we certainly want to make sure that we're getting the matter done as quickly and as efficiently as possible. But we want to make the person feel, and I don't want to say loved, but we want to make them feel that, they've come to the right place and that, they are genuinely cared for.
So, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I guess about me personally, aside from being a lawyer, a very busy lawyer, a very passionate, involved lawyer, I am a major supporter of the arts. I think that's very important. Being a lawyer, most people think that we're very, left brain, very methodical, and we are. But I think it's very important to have an outlet. I support and have been involved in dance and music and the arts. So, things like the opera, I can't wait until things open back up and I can go to the opera again. That really is where I can just, be me and let my hair down.
It's funny you said that. My daughter's big. She loves music, musicals, and the opera. And her grandfather um, just sent her because they haven't been able to see each other except for from a distance, and they're both passionate about music. So he sent her some CDs of Madame Butterfly
Hmm.
and a couple other operas. So she's been listening to that. That's kind of cool.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I have my daughter in ballet. And we listen to, when I get her ready for school every morning, we listen to classical music, and she's just like, "Oh yes, turn on the ballet music." So those are things that I'm very passionate about, and it goes to the heart of who I really am, who I truly am. What nobody really knows who I am when no one's watching.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, I appreciate you taking time with me, and so I can learn a little bit about you, and hopefully our viewers have learned about you, Christina and McKinnon Legal, an excellent law firm here that can provide you services. You want to give your website out and phone number?
Sure, absolutely. You can reach McKinnon Legal at www-mckinnon, that's McKinnon legal, legal.com. That's McKinnon-legal.com, and we can be reached at 305-416-0045.
Excellent. Well, thank you again, Christina. I really enjoy myself.
Thank you, Raya.